Welcome to Cancelled.
Chapter 15. This is not how smart women make smart decisions. Evie, 5 minutes later. La Jolla, California. Oh my God, what just happened? I practically launched myself into the locker room, lungs burning, skin flushed, chest hammering like I just ran another 3 miles. What the hell was that? Cruz Adler, Mr. Cold, controlled, emotionally repressed CEO, just touched me like he'd been dying to, like he hadn't stopped thinking about it, like touching me was something he'd imagined in every variation and finally let himself get a taste. And now I'm spiraling. My skin is still buzzing where his fingers were. Light, steady, intentional. He adjusted my form like a coach. His hands told a completely different story, and I felt it. I felt everything. His body heat behind me, the way his breath shifted the air next to my neck, the exact moment his fingers slid just under the hem of my sports bra. Not too far, not inappropriate, close enough to brand the moment into my bloodstream. I didn't even mean to look back at him, but I did. And what I saw? Hunger, tension, something so raw it made my knees go weak. I grab my towel from my locker and press it to my face like that'll help cool the internal meltdown I'm having. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. My pulse is still wild, my thighs feel unsteady, and my brain is one exceptionally long run-on sentence of what the actual hell just happened. Because let's be real, this is bad. I should be furious. He insulted me, humiliated me, made assumptions about me without ever speaking a word to me. Rational Evie knows this. Rational Evie has a whole color-coded binder of reasons to despise him. And yet, now all I can think about is the way his voice dropped when he asked if we could start over. How genuine he sounded. How different his eyes looked when he said he regretted it. How it felt when he touched me like he didn't want to stop. I stare at my reflection in the mirror, flushed, damp, vaguely wild-eyed, and think, get it together. He's the CEO. You're barely 2 months into this job. This is not how smart women make smart decisions. And yet I can still feel the heat of his fingers on my waist. Still see the way he looked at me in that mirror. Like I wasn't just another employee. Like I was something he wanted. And the worst part? I told myself that if I ever ran into him again, I'd play it cool, make him want me, then shut him down so hard he'd need to rethink his life choices. But that didn't happen. Not even close. The second he touched me, I melted. Sex. 1.0 right into his hands like I'd been waiting for it, and I'm not sure I hated any of it. Which might be the most dangerous part of all. By the time I get to the lab, I've already had 2 cups of coffee, stared blankly at a CRISPR reagent order form for 15 minutes, and mentally replayed the gym scene approximately 73 times. It's fine. Absolutely fine. I am the picture of composure. Totally focused, totally calm, totally not replaying, on a vicious loop, the way Cruz Adler's fingers pressed against my skin like they were claiming territory. Nope. Not thinking about that at all. I swore this morning would be a hard reset. Back to normal. No distractions. Just me, my lab coat, my buffer preps, and the ridiculously satisfying color-coded tracking sheet I started last week. But reality looks more like me flinching every time footsteps echo down the hall, pulse spiking, silently bargaining with the universe that it's not him at the door, then hating myself for wishing it was. At exactly 10:03 a.m., the universe delivers. Not Cruz, but Mateo. He saunters in like he's late to his own cologne commercial, lab coat hanging open to reveal an unnecessary, and frankly unfair, amount of chest hair. On anyone else, it would scream midlife crisis. On Mateo, it somehow screams sexually reckless god of biochemistry. His hair gleams, his grin is criminal, and I immediately regret every prayer I've ever whispered.
Ah, Evie bellissima.
He says, drawing the name out like he's seducing the air molecules around us.
You survived gym session with Big Boss Man, yes?
Mateo, what are you even talking about? He grins, leaning against the bench like we're in a romantic comedy.
I come in this morning, I see El Jefe, the CEO, looking like he just stepped out of emotional hurricane. Hair crazy, eyes intense, muscles unnecessarily flexed. And you? Vanished. Poof! Like beautiful gym ghost.
I choke so violently I nearly aspirate on my own dignity, sending an entire pipette tip box clattering to the floor. Oh my God, Mateo, absolutely not.
See, yes.
Mateo crows, positively thriving on my humiliation.
Tell me, what you do to him, Secret workout? whisper forbidden amino acid sequences in his ear like love poetry?
I bury my face in my gloved hands. Please, stop talking.
I'm just saying,
Matteo shrugs with infuriating Italian casualness.
if my boss touched me like that, I would also be in identity crisis, existential meltdown, maybe 3, how you say, wet dreams before lunch.
Matteo! I groan, scandalized. But he only winks. A slow, smug wink that says he knows exactly how far over the line he's just stepped. And he's proud of it,
Do not worry.
he assures, pressing a hand dramatically to his chest.
I keep secrets, like sexy lab confessional. You are safe with me, mia mitochondria.
I can't even form words. I'm too busy shaking my head, laughing helplessly into my sleeve like the absolute disaster of a human I apparently am. But Matteo isn't done. As he straightens, he lowers his voice in mock seriousness.
Careful, Bellissima. Men like Adler, they play chess, not checkers. He does not move a piece unless he plans 20 steps ahead. If he touched you,
Matteo lets the thought hang in the air, his grin sly.
it was not accident.
I swallow hard, pulse jumping. Because beneath the theatrics, I know he's right. And that truth unnerves me more than all his teasing combined. Finally, mercifully, Matteo drifts toward the tissue culture room, humming what is definitely, "Let's get it on." Because of course he is. He leaves me marooned with my thoughts, and the gut-sinking realization that apparently my reaction to Cruz is less secret than I believed. The second he's gone, the silence swells, thick, insistent, louder than any music. I stare at the half-finished plate map on my bench, my focus sliding right off it, my brain circling back to one thing. To him. Always to him. Part of me, okay, the reckless, hormone-drunk part, wants to go back to the gym tomorrow, scan the treadmills, and pretend none of this ever happened. Or maybe secretly hope it happens again. But the saner part, the one clinging desperately to survival, tells me to run the other way. Back to the boardwalk, where the only things adjusting are tourist sandals and the sea breeze. No CEO. No temptation. I spin my pen between my fingers, staring at the blank space on my spreadsheet where data should be, and sigh. I'm not fooling myself. Whether I go to the boardwalk or the gym, I'll still be thinking about him. And that's the real problem. 18 hours until morning. 18 hours to decide if I'm brave enough to risk walking straight into the fire. Or just hopelessly stupid enough to mistake the flames for warmth.